So we have talked about the purpose of life, and which the vertical system is up to realize, to help the entire humanity in realizing the purpose of life, which, as we have seen, is to make amends and to remember and to realize that in unity we are creative, in separation, in fragmentation, there is only death and conflict. Any other question?
I think we should think the poem.
Yes, Steve, let's go to the point. Do it loudly.
Yeah. Yeah. Hear this, fellow humans from the verticalist. Gentle wind, thanks to the gift of life. In our obsolete power, we trudge sometimes in mindfulness, we trudge sometimes mindfully and in unconsciousness. Yet the alert must avoid closing the paths with your violent expression in turbulence. In the cascading streams of water, we quench our thirst as we taste a momentary revelation in experience. Yet in deluge, you leave behind on the sidelines of expression lifeless ponds whose self-knowledge is elusively for self-preservation. What can we do without your kind warmth, the noble light on the path of our progression? The heat that molds our nourishment. What can we do without you, the ripener of seasons? Yet you gut down our ghettos in your untamed in your untamed fury. On the ground, we express ourselves in determination, so that self-consciousness becomes palatable to us, your children. In your motherly kind embrace, the material nature of your children, in your motherly kind embrace, the material nature of your children is molded and sustainably nourished for a life mission allotment. Yet, at the end of it all, we hang our tired jackets in your spacious bosom underneath. Unfortunately, the jacket serves as the money of erosion, as to owning the room in which it is eventually hung. As an intelligent beings, you abdicated your cardinal responsibility conferred to you by the universe and chose to belittle yourself as humankind. The zeal in pursuit of material accumulation has blurred your inner vision, the vision that defines your existential purpose and mission on earth. Why then can't you let your fellow human be? Why should the bonus of intuition be reduced into the tools of redistribution by which your fellow humans suffer oppression and enslavement. Oh, horizontalist, where is your psycho-spiritual edification? Now with all details aside, there is undoubtedly the labor of love everywhere for the conscious to notice. The bells of reasons are ringing loud to shake the inert bone marrows of ignorance. Even the deaf will hear that sweet melody of redemption, calling forth humanity from their artificial cocoons of captivity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve. That is wonderful. That poem has so much meaning. It will be digested and consumed by many. It will liberate many. It is something we encourage every verticalist to do. Every verticalist must realize that the universe is in a state of excitement. Excitement is the state of the universe. Excitement is the natural state of everything. Every tree, when you look at it, you can see is in a state of excitement. Every bird, when you look at it, you see it's in a state of excitement. When you look at the sun, it's in a state of excitement. When you look at the moon, it's in a state of excitement. When you listen to the wind, it is in a state of excitement. And therefore, every human being is in a state of excitement. That's the natural state. If one is not, then that's not a natural state. To sing a poem, to sing a song, is the highest level of expression. To sing is to worship. To read a poem, to say a poem is to worship. And as we said, when someone is truly worshiping, the person disappears and the only thing that is left is the worship itself. When someone is truly dancing, the person disappears and the only thing that is left is the dance. When you are truly praying to God, you disappear and the only thing that is left is God. That is the state of oneness that we talk about. Thank you very much to everybody. It has been a good evening to all of us. Let us meet again and continue with this dialogue, a dialogue that is going to redeem all of us. Steve has told us about redemption in the poem. Redemption is the realization of verticalist system. Thank you very much. Thank you. They have autumn, they have winter. Winters are extremely cold. The nights are very long, the days are very short. In that environment, survival demanded external growth. External growth leads to technology, expansion in technology, sophistication in technology. Because of the extremity of the climate, extreme cold leads to faster discovery of fire, faster discovery of conversion of coal into a fuel, faster discovery of use of petroleum to produce energy, faster discovery of electrical power, and quicker modes of movement, transportation. That has been the experience of Europe and the entire West. They've been able to grow very fast technologically because of the circumstances of their existence. You must wonder why the greatest philosophies of the world have come from the East. Again, it's because of the circumstances of their life. The climate is hostile in a different way. It's extremely hot. And when the climate is hot, desert conditions or very dry, it slows down the body. Therefore, people are given to contemplation. People are given to deep thought. They are given to meditation, to grow vertically. Human beings were meant to build vertically, not to build horizontally. So, that is the purpose of life. That answers the question of diplomacy as to whether diplomacy will be necessary in the vertical system. The kind of diplomacy that will prevail in the vertical system is the diplomacy that will lead to remembering, to unity, that will lead to building amends, doing amends, making amends, so that we may call the oneness of life. And where there is oneness, as we know, there is no conflict. That is the purpose of life. The overriding message in the vertical system is to realize the oneness of life, to remember, to make amends, to repair the damage that has been done by taking the wrong turn, to repair the damage that has been done by pursuing a horizontal approach instead of the natural. That the neighborhood assembly has a spiritual role. The neighborhood assembly has a political role. The neighborhood assembly has a cultural role. The neighborhood assembly has an economic role. It has an economic role because that is the primary unit of development. That is the primary unit of partnership. That is where partnerships are built. Now, when we talk about land, eliminating the land market, and we talk about every man and every woman having access to land, and every man and every woman having a place they can call home, someone may be tempted to ask, where will the land come from? Someone may be tempted to say that the land is too small, the acreage is too little, how will it be shared? Yes, that is what the horizontal system has led us to believe. Look at any country. Look at all the rivers. Look at all the seas. Look at all the lakes. Look at all the oceans. Those are part of the land that is available. That is available for use. What will be the purpose of the state with regard to land? The purpose of the state will be to regulate the use of land, so that if you are allocated forest land, you use it purely for forest purposes. You use forest products to earn an income. Forest products are immense. Think of old timber, trees that are no longer growing. That is timber. Old logs, firewood for keeping people warm. Bees producing honey. Wildlife, and many other things. Those are forest products. So the role of the state will be to ensure that you have been allocated a forest, but you only use it for the purpose of a forest. You only get an income from selling or sharing forest products with other people. You are allocated an ocean. You have the opportunity to enjoy the products of the ocean. There is fish, there are other products in the ocean. There is communication using the ocean. There is communication using the river. There is communication using the lake. So that's how you earn your income. You'll be allocated that. Why not? Think of roads. Roads will be allocated. You get an income from allowing other people to use the road. So every part of the earth, every part of the world, every part of a country will be allocated. The role of the state, let us emphasize, will be to regulate so that the land is not used for the wrong purpose. So that particular land that is suited for a certain thing is not used for a different purpose that will destroy environment, that will destroy that land. But land is always used in a manner that ameliorates it, that adds value to it. That is the role of the state. And think of it. When you open your eyes and you're able to see the bigger picture, one thing you discover that we have enough worlds in the universe, more than enough for each one of us. That there are enough worlds to enable each one of us to have one to himself or herself. It may sound weird, it may sound exaggerated, but that is factual. The science of today will tell you that there is no limit to the number of stars in the universe. The science of today will tell you that the process of creating stars has never stopped and will never stop. And the science of today will tell you that the number of galaxies cannot even be counted. And it will tell you that every galaxy has many worlds than our Earth that you cannot count, like our Earth that you cannot count. And therefore, land, there's no limit to land. There are some people who have started going to one of the other planets. There are people. Very soon they'll be paying to visit some other planet. But what is more interesting is every day science is discovering other bodies which are more suitable even for life than the Earth. Some of those bodies are not occupied. Others are occupied by more intelligent beings who are able to change their level of awareness, their level of existence. vibrating at a much higher level than we are, in which case the space you occupy can be occupied by 100 people. That is the beauty of the vertical system. That this space I'm occupying now, if the other people are vibrating at a higher level than myself, will still occupy the same space with me without me feeling the pressure. So there's no shortage of space. Space is totally, absolutely unlimited. Why in the horizontal system people fight for space? It is stupidity. It is ignorance of the worst order. There should be no conflict over space. What I've just said is to illustrate that space is still growing. There's so much of it, and yet it is infinite. It is still growing, and it will never end. And therefore, there is no meaning to people fighting over space. Everyone should have space. Everyone should have enough space. That is the beauty of the vertical system. The source of all conflicts have been eliminated. Competition over land has been eliminated. Competition over jobs has been eliminated. By abolishing the labor market, you have abolished competition over jobs. By abolishing the land market, you have abolished competition and all the conflicts over land. By eliminating the premium on schooling, you have eliminated all the injustice that has been committed against humanity in the name of who is more learned than the other one. And you are rewarding people according to their production, not according to their qualifications in class. You are rewarding them according to what they produce. That's why we relate in partnership. And what we share is what we produce, not what the papers we have in our pockets are dictating. That is the beauty of the vertical system. And the moment people see that beauty, it is not something to go selling. People should come running towards it. Because another thing in the vertical system is that we don't run away from anything. We run towards something. We run towards something of value. We don't run away from useless things, but we run towards useful things. We don't fight useless things, but we run towards useful things. And therefore, the moment people see the beauty of the vertical system, that's the purpose of the neighborhood assembly, to open people's eyes so that they see the beauty of the vertical system. Any question?
Yes. Your Eminence, in the horizontal political organization, we have demagogues, tyrants, opportunists, and pragmatists, all of them claiming exclusive appropriation of the so-called leadership. Can you please educate the viewers about what is this being referred to as leadership in the horizontal sense? Number two, please enlighten the viewers what is the definition of a leader as a person and leadership as the labor of love.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, you mentioned leadership as a labor of love. The moment you mention labor of love, you actually mean rendering a service. So a leader in the vertical system is someone who renders or who volunteers to render the most service to the largest number of people, selflessly, without seeking glory or amassing wealth for himself. That is who a leader is in the vertical system. Is able to point at the truth, is able to point at the reality, is able to clear and point out to the others the whole picture, the complete picture. Everyone can see a part of a picture, but a leader can see the complete picture and help others to see the complete picture. Because it doesn't benefit anyone. It doesn't benefit me. It doesn't benefit a leader to be the only one who can see the complete picture. And therefore, it is his labor of love to help others see the complete picture. And to see the complete picture is to bring peace, because the complete picture is the oneness of life, is the unity of humanity, is the unity of everything, is to understand the science of creation, is to understand that everything vibrates. The difference between me and anything else may be the frequency of vibration. But otherwise, what is common to all of us is that we all vibrate. All the things in the universe vibrate. And life, what is life? Life is vibration. Think of it, look at it, ponder it. Life is vibration. Anything that stops to vibrate or that does not vibrate is unimaginable. It's unimaginable. We have just said here a few minutes ago that things that vibrate at a higher level, they don't even need space. That's why I said, if we go to realms where beings vibrate at a higher level, we can occupy the same space, 100 beings occupying the same space. A human being is nothing but a spirit. And what's a spirit? A spirit is something that vibrates at that high level. It can walk through walls, that knows no obstacle. That is the beauty of the vertical system, that we are able to realize who we are. When we talk about all boundaries broken, all borders eliminated, the walls of the cocoon have been removed. We are talking about vibrating at the highest level possible. And think of it, see for yourself that when you vibrate at that level, there is no limit. There is no limit to who you can be. There is no limit to what you can create. There is no limit to what you can achieve. Even within the horizontal system, people levitate, isn't it? So, what is not possible in the vertical system? Therefore, a leader is he who can show that picture? Who can help people break those boundaries, remove those artificial boundaries? By remembering, we talked about remembering, by remembering, helping everyone to remember. To remember means to recall. It also means to become once again a member. The forgetting is illusionary. It's not real. It's illusionary. So when you remember, is going back to the state, to the true state of your being. And the true state of your being is that there is no limit. You have no boundaries. Any other question?
No, yeah, thank you. Your Eminence, please explain to the viewers why invention and innovation has largely been the preserve of the horizontalist first and second world, while the third world plays the second fiddle as a consumer in the current horizontal order. 2. How shall this discrepancy be collected in the vertical order?
Thank you once again, Steve. We have inward growth and we have outward growth. Within the horizontal world, there are areas of the world where the tendency of the population, affected by the particular circumstances in which they found themselves, they put greater emphasis on external growth. And there are other areas where, again, due to the special circumstances of their existence, they put greater emphasis on inward growth. Take Europe, for example. There are 4 seasons.